Hi everybody and welcome to STU 100, Planning for Success. So this is our first class and we'll be getting right into what we're covering, a little bit of an overview about our class. So the first module for our class is an introduction module. So there's an introduction on how to use Eagle, and then there's also a little syllabus module that just kind of goes over what we're going to be covering in class. So this first half video that I'm going to go over today is going to be our course introduction. We will also talk about some RVC technology, and then you will fill out some about me information at the end. So welcome, my name is Emma. You can call me Emma, you can address your emails to me as Emma. If you would like to call me Ms. Toole instead, that's just fine. Some students like to call me Professor Toole. Whatever you're comfortable with is fine with me. So any of those options are just fine. My office in person, if you would need to come see me, is in the JCSM, so that's the Math and Science building. And I'm on the very bottom floor, right next to the math lab. So the picture on this slide is what the outside of my office looks like. So if you are looking for me, that's where I will be. My phone number is listed on here, 4119, and then you can obviously always get a hold of me through Eagle, or you can send me an email through our campus email. So a little bit about me before we get started. I did my undergrad education at Augustana College, so that's where I got my bachelor's degree, and my major there was elementary and middle school education. So I was certified to teach elementary school through 8th grade. My middle school endorsements were in social studies, science, and English. Then I went to graduate school, so I got 2 master's degrees. I went to NIU for both of those. One master's degree is in literacy education, and with that one I also got certified to teach English as a second language. And then my other master's degree is in adult and higher education, and so that's mainly the master's degree that I use in this job, but I do use a lot of my education background as well when I'm teaching. I did teach middle school for 10 years before I started working at RVC. I primarily taught English, reading and writing, literature, but I did teach a little bit of social studies and a little bit of science as well. If you ever need help on one of your English 101 or 103 assignments, let me know. I can help you. We obviously have the writing center as well, but sometimes students are a little intimidated to go there and feel more comfortable working with somebody they know, so I can definitely help you with your writing assignments. A little personal information. I have one dog named Luke. He is the yellow dog in those pictures. The brown dog is my parents' dog. She's a little pit bull mix. But you can see the little dog, she weighs about 50 pounds. And my dog Luke is considerably bigger than her. He weighs about 120 pounds. So Luke is a big boy, but he is a big sweetheart and a gentle giant for sure. Some other things about me, I enjoy in my pastimes, I enjoy knitting, which sounds kind of like an old lady thing, but it's very relaxing to me, and my friends and family like that I knit because I can make them things. I definitely enjoy watching true crime shows and spending time with family and people who are close to me. So every class I like to start with a warm-up question. Since we are online, I'm going to be posting these questions on the announcements page, and then I will open it for comments so that you can put your answer to these questions. So for today, I would like you to share your name or your preferred name, and then your pronouns if you feel comfortable with that. And then the question we have is, if you could have any animal as a pet, what would you have? So this is not limited to normal animal pets or that you would have. So think outside the box, and it can be an animal that maybe is extinct now. So I've had people actually say dinosaurs before, and that's totally fine. So if I could have any animal as a pet, I would have an elephant. And I would want it to live in my backyard, and I think that the elephant and my dog Luke would be very good friends, and that would just make me so happy. So that's my answer. All right, let's get into a little bit about this class. So this class basically teaches you about the college and a little bit about yourself. So you'll kind of be thinking about yourself as a student, learning how to be a good student, and then you'll learn some things about the college and some of the resources that we have available. So the topics we cover are all listed in the syllabus, but you can see I put a little screenshot on this slide to show you all of the modules that we have in EAGLE. So like I talked about already today, we have the Introduction to EAGLE module and then the Syllabus and Plagiarism module, up here first. Then we get into Module 1, where we talk about the purpose and value of higher education, kind of like why are you here and what is the point of college. Module 2 talks about understanding how we learn. So we will get into some learning styles and preferences in this module. So it's like I said, you'll be learning a little bit about yourself here as well. Module 3 is academic plans and goals. So this is going to be focusing on what you want to do here at RVC, what kind of degree you would like to get, and then a plan for how you are going to achieve getting that degree. Module 4 and Module 5 are fairly similar. They talk about resources that we have on campus. Module 4 goes over some academic and learning support resources, and then Module 5 are the other non-academic resources. Module 6 talks about communicating effectively, so we will look at some things like public speaking, using academic writing when we're writing for school purposes, and being able to be active listeners and good listeners. Module 7 is our last kind of regular module, and that is talking about financial matters and understanding how to fund higher education. So we will talk about some personal budgeting types of things in this module. We'll also talk about money issues that have to do more with college, like financial aid, loans, and paying for tuition, things like that. Module 8 is the last module. There isn't anything new for new information in Module 8, but we will review a little bit, and that is where you will take the final exam. So the textbook for this course is the course catalog. You can buy the course catalog in the Student Center in the bookstore if you would like a hard copy of it. I believe it's about $8, but there's also a PDF version of the course catalog available for free online, so many students choose to use that. For this course, you will have some reading assignments to do on your own. All of those reading assignments are posted online and they are in the modules. I do have a late policy for assignments, and I will show you that on the next slide. It is posted in the syllabus, but I will go through it with you next. And then I do offer some extra credit throughout the course. Not a ton, but you'll have some different opportunities here and there for some extra credit. All right, so for my late policy, typically I would expect that all of your assignments will be turned in on the published due date, but I do understand that things happen in life, things come up, and so I will accept late work. So late assignments will not be accepted 72 hours past the original due date, so it gives you a few days to get caught up. Additionally, all late assignments will be reduced by 10% of the available point total for each day past the original due date. So basically, for every day that it's late, it's 10% off, which, isn't that bad for the first couple of days. You can still get a decent grade if you turn it in, close to the original date. For the final exam, there is no late option there, so you will need to take the final exam within the window that you are given. If you have some kind of extenuating circumstance, you must be able to provide documentation to me to excuse that absence for you to be able to take the exam late. So I usually go over EAGLE in pretty detailed information about EAGLE during this part of the class, but since this is an online class, I'm assuming that you have all made it to EAGLE if you are watching this video, since that's the only way you can really see it. But if you need a little refresher, to get to the EAGLE platform, One easy way is to go to the MyRVC website. You're going to click on Eagle and then you log in with your S number and your password. So if you have not looked at your other classes on Eagle, please make sure you are doing that and checking in. Make sure you're reading your inbox on Eagle and looking at announcements that your professors may post there. So let's get out of our PowerPoint and take a quick look at the MyRVC page. So this is where I was talking about that you can go to get to Eagle. So at the very top of the Rock Valley website is this yellow banner. This banner will stay up here no matter where you click on the Rock Valley website. And the first thing is MyRVC. So I actually have this bookmarked for my browser because I use it all the time. So once you get to the MyRVC page, you can scroll down here and this is where you see that Eagle option to click in, and then you can log in and get to your platform. Okay, we are good with that. Let's keep on going. So more things about Eagle. I post all the readings under the modules. The assignments are under the modules as well. I strongly recommend adding all of your assignments and due dates to a planner, whether that is a physical paper planner or a digital planner that you use on your phone or a computer, some kind of online calendar. Having those due dates written down somewhere or typed and saved somewhere will definitely help with your time management and planning to make sure you get everything turned in on time. For this class, the first assignments are practice versions of a discussion board, a quiz, and a paper. So they are pretty low stakes assignments. There are some points attached to them, but it's basically just to show that you know how to do each of these things on Eagle. I do use rubrics for most assignments, so I want to take a look at an example of a rubric so you see what I'm talking about in Eagle. So if we go back into the Eagle platform, I've clicked on an assignment, and the one that I've chosen is your first practice discussion forum. So here's the directions. Everything is pretty much normal. Now on this assignment, the rubric does not show up automatically, so you will need to click these three little dots to the right over here, and you will have an option that says Show Rubric. If you click on that, you will be able to see exactly how I am going to grade this assignment. Look at this rubric before you do the assignment so you know exactly what my expectations are. So it tells you that this is out of 6 points. It also tells you what you will get for meeting expectations, approaching, or does not meet expectations. There's a description and the points that go along with each of those. All right, another thing I like to use in Eagle is the calendar view. This is going to allow you to see all of your assignments for all of your classes on a nice calendar view page. So on the right hand side over here, when you log in, it will have all of the classes that you are currently enrolled in. And then those classes will show up on your calendar for certain due dates that your professors have posted. So I just pulled up a calendar page from an old class that I was teaching. So you can see these are crossed out, which means that they are completed. You'll also see that they're color-coded to the classes that are over here. You can change the colors of your classes, and you can also toggle them on and off. So I really like to see that when I'm planning out my week and my month. All right, so other resources. That MyRVC page is the main hub for students. There are a lot of different links on there that you will find helpful and interesting. Student email is one of the links that is on that MyRVC page. Please make sure you are checking your student email. Check it frequently. This is where any official communication from the college is going to come. Things like financial aid information or enrollment information, things from advisors. We're actually, if it's an official thing from the college, we have to send it to your student email. It will not show up in your personal email. So please make sure you're checking your student email. RVC Alerts is another great resource. So you can sign up for the alerts again from the MyRVC page. There is a link to that. And then once you put in your information, you'll get